Hi. Um, Today I want to show you how that I am going to solve a problem that I had. For Christmas, I got a Happy Planner, and I decided I wanted to get the Budget Planner insert to go with it. And because the Happy Planner for 1 year is already so big, I was thinking, okay, that's just going to be a lot more to put in there, especially if I put other things in here like notebook paper and all that stuff. So I decided I would go get some bigger rings for my actual Happy Planner, and that I was going to just use the small rings for my Budget Planner and have two planners that are like this. I also have the Fitness Planner, and I also have like a daily Bible. It's a Bible planner, but it's a Bible study type planner, I guess, that I actually made that. So I could have bought some more covers myself, but I decided I had all kinds of things. I have a laminating machine, and I just wanted to try to make covers myself. So I looked through my my paper, and I have a lot of it. I get like whenever I find it on clearance or something, I get it. And I have several books of that size, and then I thought, well, I want something a little bit thicker too, so I got some of this. This is cardstock, so it's thicker. So what I did is I chose excuse me, two different one from one type and one from the other. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this to size, and I'm going to make this the front and this the inside, and it will be the front and back will be the same. And I'm going to decorate it, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that as well. I measured the inside of not just not the whole entire part, but just the colored parts of the front cover, and that came out to 9 7/16 and by 7.5. It's 9 7/16 by 7.5. Well, I'm not the best at measuring things, so I decided, since it's only a 1/16 of an inch more, I'm just to do it 9.5 by 7.5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to mark it to those measurements. And so I'm going, and I picked these papers, because some of my papers, they have like a picture over here or something, and you'll have to be really careful about what you do, because it might be upside down or something. Well, these papers that I chose, it doesn't really matter because the pattern is everywhere anyway, so I just chose those for that reason. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do 9.5, and I actually have a paper cutter that I'm going to use, but the type of person that I am, if I just cut it that way, I'll still end up getting it crooked. So I chose to actually measure it in the beginning and just get it, that way I can get it to be the right size without having to cut several times. So I'm just going to mark my paper. Didn't do that line quite far enough, but that's okay. I'm going to mark this, and I'm going to go ahead and cut both of these pieces at the same time. Now, because my cutter won't fit the whole piece. Well, no, it will. I thought it wouldn't, but I thought it wouldn't fit, but I guess it will. So let's see. I'm gonna do it this way. I know this is backwards, but I'm gonna do it this way and cut that one. We'll go. And then I'm going that part. So now I have both inside sheets cut for me to use. So now I'm going to do the outside. I'm going to do the same thing as I did before. I'm going to measure nine and a half by 7.5. This one. This way first. Now I'm cutting both sheets at the same time because it just makes it go faster. But if you don't have to, but if you make sure it's lined up, you don't have any problems. You shouldn't have any problems with it being cut wrong. So after I do that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take both of them, and so because I'm going to laminate these and I want them to be put together like this, I am going to put a little dab of glue in the corners, and I'm going to line this up. The same thing with this one, just a little, just a tiny, just enough to make it, stay there until I lost my top, so I'll find that. Make it stick together until you're ready to laminate. It looks like I got the pink paper a little bit different size. Oh, I hid it from myself. That's what happened. Seems like I got a little bit different size. Just a smidge different. So I'm going to take my scissor and trim that off. Do it with this one too if I need to. Is I just I marked the opposite side so that I won't have any marks from my marker on the actual paper. So now I want to make this pretty. So what I want to do is I want to I've chosen some little stickers and some little different these are like little postcards and things, or like little sayings, and these, like this one says love this one says part of cultivating a good life is not comparing your weakness with someone else's strength. It's just little inspirational sayings. And the Happy Planner is all about being happy too, so I decided that I want to decorate my cover. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay some of these out and figure out what I might want on here, how I might want some things. And I think with this one, I'm going to put this on here because I'm going to do the front and back. It's going to be different. It's not going to be the same. So I think I want to put that. This has some coordinating colors. And maybe I'll just put these little flowers that have the little crosses on here. And my daughter liked this arrow. So I think I'll put the arrow in the middle of those. And I think I'll just decorate it like that for this part. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take the arrow, because it is actually a rub-on transfer. I'm going to stick it down with my fingers at first. And then I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to just rub this until it looks like to me that it's all the way on, because I don't want to move the actual plastic until it just pops up by itself. But I was going to say until it comes up. So put that over in the trash pile. And with these, because they are not sticky at all, in fact, this is made to where that it's this way or this way. You could actually put this in a picture frame or something. It would be really cute. But I want to have it going this way, so I'm going to put me a little dab of blue on each corner. And I'm going to stick it on. And I'm not really worried about measuring and making it exact. I'm just kind of doing it. And this one is the same way. You can do it horizontally or vertically, but I want to do it horizontally. Stick that on there. And then I'm going to stick these little flowers on here that have a little cross in the middle. Can't really see them that well, but I'll know they're there, and that's what matters. And then I'm going to move these things out of my way. Take my laminator, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it inside of my laminating sheet. Before I do that, I just noticed there's a little bit more I need to trim. Okay. Stick this in my sheet. And I want to put it kind of in the middle, because I want to be able to have plenty of space to cut around it the proper way for it to fit and have the right amount on the sides. And I'm just going to stick it into my laminator. Oh, I stuck it in there too fast. Or it sucked it in, actually. Stick it in. Because I had stuck it in there already, but I'm going to show you how to fix that problem too. I don't know if it's everybody's laminator or just mine, but sometimes things like this right here will happen. So what I do is I just stick it back in the opposite way and upside down from the way I had stuck it in first. And I let it go back through one more time. straighten it right up. So now that is laminated, and all of my stickers and everything are there, and it's not going to go anywhere. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my actual cover and I'm going to put it over this, and I'm going to look and line it up, and I'm going to make little marks on the top, bottom, and both sides so that I can cut it to the right size. And you're not supposed to move it like I just did, but I just did. Line it right back up though. Okay. And this marker, where I just accidentally got it on there, it will just wipe right off. So now what I'm going to do is take my cutter, and I'm going to stick this in there, and I can see those little dots that I just made, and I'm going to cut right on those. I didn't cut that all the way. I shouldn't have taken it out, but I'll do it with my scissor. And then I'm going to cut this side, line it up, make sure you cut it all the way through this time, and take that piece out, line it up once again, and one more time. I always, when I cut something that I have just laminated, I always run it through the laminator one more time. I don't know if you have to do this. I don't know if everyone does this, but I just want to make sure that cut edge is sealed. But I also want to make sure I get all of that ink that I just put on there off. So I'm going to run it through once more, okay? You can round your edges if you want to, and I may do that at some other time. I don't know. Some people have, I've seen, you know, at Hobby Lobby and places, the little round cutters, but I don't have one of those, so I'm not going to worry about that. So anyway, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my normal cover, my cover that came on my planner, on top of the other one, and I'm going to have them as close to each other as possible. And I'm going to take, okay, my camera battery died, and what I was saying before it died is I was going to tape the actual cover onto the one I just made, and then I'm going to, and I taped it so that it would not move, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark the holes, or where the holes are in the original one. I'm just going to mark it with a little marker. And I actually have a Happy Planner punch, and I tried using it with another one that I was trying, and it kind of freaked me out a little because I thought I broke my Happy Planner punch, so I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to use it again. So instead, I'm going to do a trick that Just So Trish actually had on one of her videos, and if I can find it, I'll link it down below. But what she did is she marked it, and then she took a regular hole punch and she punched a hole in each spot where it was marked. If I did this right, it will work out. And then you just cut a little slit into each spot where you just punched the holes. Trying to make sure I line it up in the middle of each one of those holes. And it's slippy. said, it doesn't look like the original exactly, but that's okay with me because it still works. It serves a purpose, and I'm able to flip it back and forth and use it. And what I did is I went ahead and made the other side, decorated it, and I haven't cut it out, but I've already shown you how I did that, so I'm not gonna do that again. But this is the way the back side is gonna look, and I'm gonna do the same thing I did with that, same steps. It's gonna look like that with my budget planner. So I just have to take this one apart, get these rings, and put this one together. And then I'll have my planner. And see, this one, the original one, even, you can still see the, so anyway, and I am going to run this through my laminator one more time because like I said, whenever I cut something that I've laminated, I like to run it through again. I don't know how it will do with the holes, but I think it may do okay. So anyway, I'm going to finish up my planner, put it all together, and if you like what you see, then just let me know. Comment, like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. I'm going to show you my setup for the way I'm recording this video. Hopefully you'll get a good laugh. This is my lighting. Brought the whole everything in here. This is not the funniest part. The funniest part of the whole situation is the tripod situation. Have you ever seen such a setup? Of course, the camera's off of there because the battery died, so it's over there on a pile of books charging. That's the other camera. But yeah, this is the setup. That's my trash back there. As soon as my camera finished charging, I'll finish the video. Oh, and I'm watching YouTube.